Hi, my dear students. Now we come to NAILAT presentation, part 6. So here we're going to learn how to use the zoom out option. Okay, now before you understand what it is, I have an example here. So to explain you what is a zoom out, and then I will show you how you do it. Okay. So you see how this is zooming out. Then I go to the next part and I zoom out what is presentation skills. Once again, so basically business writing and presentation skills, these are the two major or two parts in a presentation, or rather in a business communication. So what is business writing if I want to show? So here business writing consists of all this, whereas presentation skills consists of all this. So quite nice, right? So how do I get this option? Okay. Now basically I have this thing written out here. Now if I just want to replicate the slide, I'll first possibly change my background. I'll keep it to gray. Okay. And I change. Okay. I would want to use, now if you see this business writing and yeah, these were the two things out here, right? So what I do is I first convert them, my favorite, convert to smart art. Okay, let us go to smart art and with more graphics. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter which one though. Let's say I choose this one. Okay. This is pretty small. You know, I can expand this. Yeah. I can expand this over here. I keep this written. I also change the color so we're able to see. I keep this as one side. I'll close this format shape. Okay. Now I'll keep this at one side here. Now the major thing is I put this in the center out here, and I push this even more at the side. Okay, so I know it's here. Now, like I said, I first need to right click this, group, ungroup once, right click this, group, ungroup twice. Okay. Now I will give this a different color maybe. Let's say I choose something like this, and I go and change the color of the writing to, let's say, okay, something like this. Okay. Now what I basically want is I could even shift this a little this side, because if you remember, yeah, and I could also make this a little smaller, and if you see, it's now, yeah, I'll just make it a little less. Okay, make it 28. Let's say if this fits. If it doesn't, I could just do this here. Okay, so now what I need is, I want, if you remember this option here, you see, there is a wheel going around and then something comes in front. And when that something comes in front, if you remember, that presentation block there gets disappeared and then this thing appears. So basically you should have the sequence in mind, okay, what you want to do. Now, having said that, I first want a circle, a wheel, and then something coming in front. So for me to draw that circle, I go to insert, I go to shapes, and I try to make it a little like a circle. And once I've drawn this, I just need like a wheel. So I just go to shape fill and I say no fill. Yeah. Now this doesn't really look like a circle, so I just expand this. Yeah. Just rearrange my figure. Okay. But again, now the shape outline is, let's say I use a white and it's too thin, so I go with my shape outline, go to the weight and make it as thick as this. Okay, the last one. Now I have drawn the circle. Now I want the circle to move like a wheel, so I just click on the circle, nothing else. I go to animation, I click on this, and over here I come to more motion paths, and if I come down, I'm so sorry, it is not the motion path, it is the entrance effect, sorry. So it's the entrance effect. I click on this wheel and I say okay. Okay, now this, if I click on this, see, it takes care of this circle. Now I want this thing to be growing and zooming out. Now for that, because if you remember, initially I just want this to be static, and after that this both has to come in front. Therefore I create another copy of this and I simply keep this on it. Nobody will know that there is something. Okay, so you see, I just place it on it. Now I only select the above one and this wheel. Now I am going to add another animation. Now just remember this very carefully. Remember, I have already put one animation to this circle. So if I click on the animation tab again, the previous animation will get overwritten. That means I need to say add animation. I go to add animation here whenever you have to apply a second animation to the same object. Okay, and then I go to this grow shrink. You see, both are coming. Okay, basically the one which is the box behind us is very much there, but it gets hidden because anyway the zoom option anyway hides it, so nothing is happening to that, it is just there actually. So now what I want is, now you see, this is taken care of this and it is taken care of this. Okay, now if you see, the circle has gone a little to the left, so I might as well want to move this. So all these adjustments you have to do as you go ahead. Okay, there you go. So it's quite nice. Now after having done this, remember I want this to go off now. So what I do is I say animation, okay, and I go to exit option and I just say disappear. Okay, so now if you look at this, and then it is disappearing, but what I want is this has to disappear along with this zooming out option. So what I do is I click on this, and over here if you see in this format tab, sorry, not format, I go on this, I go to animations tab and I say with previous. Now you see the difference. As it as it grows, that one has gone, and when this one has gone, I want this thing to come there. Okay, so I click on this and I say, I give this also an animation, let's say appear. Okay, now let's say how it goes. Now this appear. Now, by the way, at this point in time, can you see there's so many animations? It is good to have a look at your animation pane. Now, this animation pane is basically indicating you what is happening. Now, this text box, if you see, it's come right on the top, and therefore you see It's already come there. I don't want this here. So this ideally should be moving here. So now you see it has got a number 3 also. So now you see what's happening. This is going ahead, that is gone, and this is coming. But again, I want this with the previous only. I want it to come together. So again, I click on this. I click on this and I say with previous. Okay, now let's see. So basically, this is my slide. You have business writing and presentation skills. Now I'm going to tell you about business writing. So you see how nicely the other thing has got disappeared and this one has come. As simple as that. Okay. So I won't again explain you the second part which I showed you. I believe you will be able to do it and handle it on your own. So if you just follow these steps, you can create a magical slide. Okay. See how beautiful it looks. There you go. All right. Thank you everybody, and I'll see you soon again.